There is one animal in Africa that leopards, lions, and even hyenas try their best to avoid. It weighs less than a medium-sized dog. It has no claws sharp enough to kill a predator, no venom, no speed to outrun anything that hunts it. And yet, when a leopard sees it walking through the grass, it often turns around and walks the other way. This is the honey badger. And today, we're going to find out exactly why nature's deadliest hunters are afraid of something a quarter their size.
The body built like armor. To understand why the honey badger survives encounters that would kill almost anything else its size, you have to start with its skin. A honey badger's hide is up to 6 millimeters thick in places, loose, rubbery, and almost impossible to grip. When a predator bites down or swipes with its claws, the skin simply rotates inside its own loose folds. The honey badger can actually twist around inside its own hide and bite back at whatever is attacking it, even while it's being held in another animal's jaws. Then there's the fur. It's coarse, oily, and layered in a way that makes it resistant to bee stings, porcupine quills, and even the fangs of venomous snakes. Combine that with thick fat and muscle underneath, and you get an animal that's built less like prey and more like a walking tank.
Immune to the unkillable.
Here's something that sounds impossible.
Honey badgers can survive snake venom that would kill a human in under an hour. Researchers have documented honey badgers being bitten by puff adders and cobras, collapsing as if dead, and then simply waking up a few hours later and finishing their meal. Their bodies have evolved a partial resistance to certain neurotoxins, something almost no other mammal on Earth can claim. This single trait changes everything about how the honey badger behaves. Most animals are cautious around venomous snakes. The honey badger treats them as dinner.
Honey badger versus leopard. What actually happens?
So what happens when a leopard, an animal roughly 5 times heavier, with retractable claws and a bite force strong enough to crack bone, actually encounters a honey badger? In most documented cases, leopards avoid the confrontation entirely. Wildlife researchers in South Africa's Kruger National Park have recorded multiple sightings of leopards changing direction the moment they spot a honey badger, even when the badger hasn't noticed them yet. It isn't fear in the way we understand it, it's risk calculation. A leopard has to hunt for survival, and a fight with a honey badger risks torn skin, infected wounds, or a bite in exactly the wrong place. For a leopard, an injury that would heal in days for a human can be a death sentence in the wild, where infection and reduced mobility mean missed meals. There are rare recorded cases of leopards successfully killing honey badgers, but almost always young, learning leopards testing their limits, and even then, the leopard typically comes away with visible wounds. The honey badger, for its part, doesn't run. It stands its ground, arches its back, growls, and charges directly at threats many times its size. This behavior isn't recklessness. It's a strategy that has worked for millions of years. Convince the predator that eating you isn't worth the cost.
The animal that fears nothing. The honey badger's reputation extends far beyond leopards. It has been recorded raiding beehives despite hundreds of stings, stealing kills directly from lions, and fighting off jackals, hyenas, and even crocodiles near water's edge. In 2002, the Guinness World Records officially named the honey badger the most fearless animal on Earth, a title it has never lost. But fearlessness alone doesn't explain its survival. It's the combination: thick skin, venom resistance, raw aggression, and a brain that constantly calculates whether a fight is winnable that makes the honey badger one of the most successful small predators in Africa.
So, does the honey badger beat the leopard in a fight? In pure physical terms, no. Size and strength still matter, and a leopard that truly commits to the fight will usually win. But that's not really the story here. The honey badger's real power was never about winning fights. It's about making every predator on the continent think twice before starting one. In a world where the strongest usually survive, the honey badger proved that sometimes being impossible to kill matters more than being strong enough to win. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to InfoWild for more deep dives into the animal kingdom's most fascinating survival stories. And let me know in the comments which animal you want us to cover next.